Hey everybody, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today is episode 137, and I am super excited to be here with you guys because last few episodes we have been working up on the harbor area here itself. We got all that stuff finished up, we got our boat finished up, we got our first house finished up, we got our pig finished up, and we got all this great stuff going on here. I'm really happy with this guy. It's not fully complete except for unless you're looking from right here. So if you guys want to see how we built this one up, it was really fun. So you guys will have to go check that episode out. For those of you who are looking around right now and seeing all these gorgeous clouds, Optifine is at 90% completion when I'm recording this one for 1.13.1, which is great news. It means our frames are back into the hundreds. Our sky is looking full and just gorgeous again, and it's looking so fancy, which means we also have shaders, and potentially that means Forge will be out soon, and maybe Replay Mod will be updated. Oh man, I'm getting way too far ahead of myself right here. Anyways, to get today's episode started off, I do have a question for you guys. Because today, as you guys probably know by the title, we're going to be focusing on planning the city. And I want to know from you guys, I want to hear from you guys, if you guys have one building that you always have to include in whatever city you're making, tell me what it is. I'm super curious. I'm trying to come up with as many ideas as I possibly can for things that I want to be adding into this area. And I'd love to know what you guys always try to add into your cities. I feel like that's something everybody always has, like a staple or two that they go for, and I feel like you guys might have some great ones. So let me know down in the comments below. You can do like hashtag city planning. Let me know what your guys' ideas are, and I'd love to hear them because I don't know, I'm looking for plenty to add into here because we got lots of space to fill up. So I'd love to have some ideas from you guys on what we can go ahead and include here. So what we're working on right here though, while I wait for the loud car to go by, is we are going to be working on, first and foremost in today's episode, we are actually going to be working on building up this little staircase right here so that we have a way to get up here. Beyond that, I want to go ahead and kind of work on a little square area right here, get some base areas planned out for some buildings, talk about what I'd like to include in them, and kind of maybe get a few general plans down for what we want things to be looking like. I was thinking that we could maybe just do something like this for this area right here, make it super basic and also have it be kind of a lighter color with this cool little 1 block, 2 block, 1 block, 2 block slope to it, so we can kind of maybe build some things on here as we go. We might be able to position a cart or two going up and down this thing. I feel like this slope will give us a little bit more variety to it, and it's not just a pure consistent slope, so I think it adds a little bit extra interest to it, which I personally think is great. So we got all this stuff here ready to go. We got a bunch of cool stuff in here. This guy's pretty much finished up here, ready to go. I do want to come along the sides here as we're getting into nighttime. I do want to come along the sides and kind of figure out what we're going to be doing to make this look a little bit more interesting. So like we have these guys, we could simply just go something like this and then do like a full block of maybe, oh, we only need one of those. We make two. You can maybe just do like a full block right there and then maybe bring like the slabs back across on this side. But I feel like that looks a little kind of boring. That might actually be solid though. Looking at this now, that's probably as simple as we want it to be and just perfect right there. So we might actually just leave it with that one. I'll tell you what though, guys, since it's nighttime right now, let me go ahead and sleep. And then let me go ahead and get like a base idea for what I want the general shape of this guy to be. And I might widen out this area right here because I want to do some house planning with things all along this way. So I'll be back with you guys soon. All right, everybody, welcome on back. We got this awesome little area here built up ready for us to plan some things on. So we got the road in here kind of placed in for what it would be looking like if we move all of this stuff over there. I haven't done that quite yet because I wanted to do a little bit of planning here with you guys, and of course it's going to be nighttime again. I do love that view of the sun setting right below there. Oh man, that does look pretty awesome. But anyways, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be focused on a little bit of planning. So I do want this building right here to actually connect straight up to our next one. And what I want to have happen here is actually to have this guy kind of be stepping back at an angle. So we're going to have one of our first angled structures in here. And this one's going to be coming kind of around like this. And we're going to be doing these weird kind of little angles right here. My plan is kind of that same angle that we're using for our staircase, just so we can get a lot of extra bits of detail. We can fit some windows in here without making it look wonky. We can fit some doors in. We can fit all that stuff in without making it look super weird. So I was thinking if we go ahead and bring a building back across like that section right here, that'll allow us to create a little bit of like a gathering section right up in this area. And then I'm thinking right here, we go ahead and pop this guy out once more. And then we do kind of one more like this. and then we kind of have it hard come up at this angle. So what this allows us to do is right here, you can see I brought the dirt block up. This is kind of where we're going to have a roadway kind of headed up into this direction and around. Let's go ahead and sleep real quick though, so we can get some more light out here and we continue going on with the planning. I do have quite a few plans for what I want to be showing you guys today. Most of today's episode is actually just going to be kind of walking around, seeing what's going on, getting a lot of these roadways planned out, kind of where we're going to be looking at for the next few episodes, because I constantly get people asking me like, hey Whip, if we were to do this stuff ourselves, where do we get started? So that's my main goal for today, is actually kind of show you guys the general ins and outs of what I like to do. So since this is just going to be a little side people road winding between houses, I want this guy to actually stay about 3 wide right here. So I'm going to come out to this side right there and place that block down there to start our next little house. I want this one to actually, no, we're going to actually go ahead and make it start actually at this block right here, I'm thinking. So we have just a little bit of an offset for what the general shape is going to be looking like. So we're going to have that guy right there, and this pathway is going to be kind of having a rounded out area coming down into the harbor place. But then we can have this one come into here being a little bit of like a 3 by something area right here. I feel like we're getting a little bit of lag. But yeah, so we can have that kind of stretch out to there. I think we're getting a lot of lighting updates because we're doing all this building up above. But we have that guy come right there, and then we kind of bring him out another 2 and create a hard line here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then, so that's 9 right there. And we can go ahead and bring this guy into right here. And we can bring him all the way up to this front point, and we can make a cool little bit of a porch area or something right there. How long is that? I don't want this to be the exact same though. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go ahead and bring this down to 7. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're at 7 right there, and we can bring this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that'll be, let's see, how many is that in the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll have a 7 wide interior in here. You guys got to help me figure out what we want to be doing with detailing these areas out. What should we put in these? I have no freaking idea yet. That guy right there is going to be like a carpenter's workshop. So maybe we could do like a blacksmith or something in there. This could be like a dockmaster's house. And maybe this one that we're going to have right in here could be like an inn or something like that. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. So we got these 2 buildings planned out so far. We'll fill in the road and everything like that around here. Who knows what the end result of these will look like, but this is just kind of the general face of what it's going to look like when it's coming up actually to the dock area itself. Now we're coming into this area that I want to turn into more of a market square or something like that, because we want to have some area right here so the carts can go out and around and back and go flying off down in that direction. We don't want to make them so they can stall at all. So we do need to leave a large part of this area open here. So that being said though, we're going to go ahead and kind of create a 2 thick wall right here of say like another building being lined right up against this guy. So we got this one right here. This one again is going to be at an angle. So this one I want to go ahead and actually have it kind of stepping out 2 at a time. So we can go ahead and just kind of do this and then bam, bam, and bam, bam, and bam, bam. And that should be pretty good for kind of creating a bit of an angle right there. So we're at 5 of them, and I'm thinking we go ahead and bring this out to 6, and then we'll go ahead and kind of create a line right here that kind of brings it back into this direction. I think that'll be pretty good. I do want to have a roadway coming straight up off of that dock area that we're looking at that will be going straight off into the distance. So this guy is going to be a road that comes straight through right like this and goes way up into there. That's going to be kind of one of our main roadways for getting cargo in and out, because this is going to be a part of a loading and unloading cargo dock, of course. There'll be a big trade ship parked right in there, and we'll probably have a big crane or something right along here that'll be pulling goods off. So we want to have a way for the carts to go whoop, load it all in there and straight up to sell it or get it off to wherever it needs to go. So we want to have this as a straight shoot out to the main street. That being said though, we can probably skinny this guy up a little bit here. So we got this one right here that's going to be kind of coming out this way. And then from there, I wanted to go ahead and we can like have this be like that dividing line for that building right there. Can we make this jump? We can. So this building is going to kind of exist in this little bit of a space right here. We're going to have this one be kind of like a diamond-y. No, we're not. What if we brought it to like, say right here, and then we started bringing it over 2 at a time to see what it would look like. This is just kind of general thought process I go through, guys, of what I want the buildings to be looking like. Oh my gosh, did that line up perfectly? It did. Wow, we're so good at this. I swear, that was pure luck. That was not planned at all. So yeah, we got that angled building right there. And then if we go kind of off of this guy right here, we can go ahead and have like another building kind of jutting out right there just so that we can have something. Let's for now just go ahead and do that. And say this guy will be like right here. And then I do like the idea of, so this will be 1, 2, 3. Then we can have one right there. And we say 1, 2, and 3. And then we do 1, 2, and 3. And that's kind of stretching off into this direction. Then we do something right like that, just so we get these extra little bits of room kind of going all the way around. We can make some cool structures out of them. And I think that's going to do a lot of justice for this area in general. Let's go ahead and take an F5 look here so we can see a little bit up and down. You guys can see like the general kind of shape we're going with. So it's going to go there. This guy will come out. I'm thinking maybe this will be like an inn. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this one could be. That'd be a cool like brewery area for all the sailors to come up off the docks and get their drinks after work and whatnot. I don't know. Oh, hey, there's my face. Hi, friends. Anyways, though, beyond all this stuff, I do want to go ahead and like plan out for where some trees are going to be. So I'm thinking some 2 high or 3 high dirt pillars so we could like fit a tree in right there. And I was thinking we probably want to go ahead and fit a tree in somewhere around this general vicinity so we can get some extra ones in there like that. Maybe we'll do a tree right here on this guy, and then as well a tree right over here on this guy. I was thinking just some general stuff like that could be pretty good. I want to get a lot of greenery around these areas. I do want to go ahead and figure out how we can go ahead and fit more life and greenery things along this bit here as well. I was thinking, because I don't like how flat of a line this is, I was thinking we take a few of these and kind of pump them out like a block or two so we have a bit of more of an overhang over the dock there. And then we can go ahead and build some like greenery and benches and things like that to like look out over the water. Thought that'd be kind of cool. I've been blabbing on like crazy here though, guys, so I hope you guys have found this kind of interesting for general ways I go about planning a project. I'll tell you what though, I'm going to go ahead and get the road in here for everywhere that we're not looking at right now, just so we can get some general shape and whatnot going on in this area. This side over here, I don't really have an idea of what I want to be doing over here yet. Besides, we're going to take, let's see, how wide is that road? That's 6 wide. We want to turn this into a 7 wide. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to go ahead and have that next building kind of starting over in this general vicinity. It'll get wider and smaller as it goes through. We don't want to have those be on even lines. So let's go and bring him out to there. And we can do something like that. Maybe this guy just goes straight back like this. So we can kind of just have it going straight into here. And yeah, that'll be a good job. This road right here is going to be sloping up probably like a few half slabs, like every 5 or 6 blocks we'll bring it up a half slab or something like that. I'm not really sure. And then let's say this guy right here, we can go ahead and bring him kind of over here and then pump him out another block just to make a little bit more interest, bring it out like that. And these are going to be big structures. These are probably some of the biggest houses I've ever really built in Minecraft. And I want to go ahead and kind of have that line right there. I was thinking like that, and then we have another house kind of starting right in this area, or not house, but another building, and it would kind of come out maybe like this. And we kind of have these off-centered like 2 by 2 stepping out ones going all the way out to the edge here. And then we can bring you out to here and kind of take it straight down the edge, and maybe we actually go ahead and bring it out just a little bit more. I don't know. That's the general shape, guys. Let me go ahead and get a little bit more work done. We're probably going to change these shapes up as we go. Let me get this road in here. I'll be back with you guys so this isn't just a rambly episode of blah, blah, blah. Look at me placing blocks everywhere. All right, guys, welcome on back. So we got everything in here filled in and ready to go as far as what our road area is going to be looking like. We do still need to come back in and detail this out a little bit more. I know we got texture variation in here, but for me, that is not quite enough. I want to do a lot more with this. I want to make it look a lot more lifelike and make it look like there's actually things going down the road. If you guys have any ideas on how I want to be doing that, let me know down in the comments below. I want to know who's thinking on the same wavelength as I am for this build. But anyways, guys, we got all these cool places planned out. We got all the roads in here ready to go. It's looking pretty sweet. I do need to go ahead and change up my inventory here real fast, but I want to go ahead and mix things up, and I got a little bit of a game for you guys. So this build way over here, right next to this one that we're designing back here, I want to go ahead and actually plan out the base floor of it, and I want you guys to decide what we're going to be turning this shop building into. This will be the first one that we fully complete out the entire way. So I want to know what you guys think we should go ahead and do for the shop. Let me go to get my inventory together here real fast, guys, and I'll be back with you. Okay, I've got everything ready here for what I think I want the base area for this guy to be looking like. It's going to be super weird, for what this area is looking like right here, but I think it'll actually work out really well. So for starters, we want to go ahead. This is our inventory right now. If you got any guesses of what I'm going to be trying to make here, let me know. We're going to go ahead and get a few of these guys out. Just for now, we'll be adding some texture variation in here later. We can throw that chicken in our offhand. We can go ahead and do a little bit of action like that. And I think that's going to do it for now. Maybe, no, we'll go ahead. Yeah, we'll start with that guy right there. So the general plan is I want to come out on every single one of these blocks and bring this out by 2 or 3. If we go 2, we only have a 1 wide walkway right there. So I think we gotta bring 3 wide, brings it all the way out to here though, and I don't like that. So we're gonna go from 2. Actually, no, let's go ahead and move it over 1. We can just move it over like that and that'll work totally fine. So we're gonna be able to move it over right like there. And then this last one's gonna be going right here. We are gonna go ahead and get rid of that tree. That tree will be maybe implemented later if we can figure it out down the road. But yeah, so we got that guy in there ready up, set, and good to go. And I wanted to go ahead and next bring in some little bits of pillar bits right here. So we're going to go ahead and create an overhanging awning for where the second floor is going to be coming in. And wow, that was the perfect number of cobblestone walls for that. But yeah, so we're going to have an overhanging awning right there. For now, we can go ahead and just kind of throw some cobblestone on top of those guys and it'll be looking just fine. After that, though, we got to go ahead and figure out how we can get these stairs in here to make it look all pretty cool and making it work for us here more than what it would be normally. So I was thinking we could go ahead for now and just kind of stretch them out like that. Gives us a little bit of variation for what it would be looking like right there. Because we wanted that to clone that, we'd go like this and then right like there. And I think that would look a little weird. I don't really like, I kind of like those being connected there in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and follow suit with that for now. We'll figure out more about what we want it to actually be looking like here later on, but I'm thinking this will be a pretty good one. So we got these little, I think it comes out to 3 sections in the middle. That's looking just perfect. So after that though, I wanted to go ahead and kind of, for one, we're going to go ahead and just kind of stack this up. We are going to have the wall kind of coming back around along there. So let's go ahead and bring this all up to that height that we had those guys going in at. As you saw, we do have some glass in our inventory, so we're going to go ahead and add a few windows onto this guy. We're also going to try and get a more of like a double doorway set up in here if we can figure out how to fit that guy in. We can go ahead and move back some areas, take away some areas, and do all that fancy schmancy stuff that we'd be looking into. I'm thinking the first floor will be a shop that you guys got to tell me what you think it's going to be. And the best idea, we'll go off of that and turn that into the actual shop. And then the second floor and potentially the third floor will be some living spaces for some people. So I was thinking we could go ahead and one, I was thinking right here would be a good place to do it, but we're actually going to go ahead and raise the floor up so that we're going to be walking up a level here. And I wanted to go ahead and put some windows in like that. I should probably be using full glass panes because that would probably look a little bit better. But for now, we'll go ahead and do this. And I want to try using our milk chocolate bars there as a, sort of a wall for this one. Let's see, can we jump around to the back of this guy and try and place some stuff along this side? Maybe we just go ahead and jump up here and we kind of, for now, we'll just go ahead and fill all that in right like that so we can get a completed window pane. I'll probably replace that with full blocks here soon. So we got one window right there that you can kind of look out of, and I was thinking we could go ahead. So those are coming in like right there. I was thinking we'd go ahead and do another window right in here. Let's go ahead and get our full blocks in right like that. We can do bam, bam, and then get our chocolate bars in here on the side. Those are looking really tasty. And then this area right here, I wanted to go ahead and mess with it a little bit. And this is where we're actually going to be bringing in a wall bit that we can turn into more of like the entrance to the place itself. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of work right here. We're going to actually get rid of all of those guys. I want to go ahead and bring that up right like that. So we got that general area right there. I wanted to go ahead and bring in some spruce stairs right like this. And we're going to go ahead and, for one, bring in our stone bricks, get ourselves back up here. And we do have another stack on us. Perfect. That is just great. And then I want to go ahead and bring our stone brick stairs right up like that. That kind of gives us this general archway right in here. I really wish I had a little bit more in the way of spruce on me. Let me go ahead and get some of that real quick, guys. We do have a full 2 shulker box of it down here. I should, you know, we can use those guys. That works out perfect. We can go ahead and jump all the way back up here. That shulker box area right there, it's a freaking mess. I think I'm channeling my inner Scar right here, making a complete mess of an area full of shulker boxes. But that's fine. We'll deal with that stuff later. Okay, next up, we want to go ahead and get some stone brick guys in right like this, so we can have more of like a fortified entrance way, so you can know that it's like supporting the roof above it. And then I wanted to go ahead and get our doors in right here and use our last 2 chocolate bars to kind of fill that area in. And that should be our front doorway. I think that's going to look pretty great. Ooh, that's actually really nice. I'm going to use these guys more. I was just kind of wanting to experiment with them here a little bit, but I actually like those a lot. That is really sweet. Do we have any stone on us? We don't have any regular stone on us. We probably need to. Let me grab some real fast. Okay, so I really don't like how cobblestoney this whole thing is. I know this one's pure stone over here, but I really don't like how cobblestoney and rough this is. I want the city buildings in here to look pretty clean and crisp, so I really do want to go ahead and kind of stress how much stone that we're using in these buildings, at least for now, for the base floors, making it look more fortified and being more purposeful with what blocks we're using in these. So I want to go ahead and mix in a little bit of stone right here to kind of mix this guy up. Make it just feel a little bit more full, you know. I feel like for me, I really like the look of the base stone texture. I'd love to have more color variations of the stone. We could maybe even go ahead and grab some diorite and bring that in here. And I think we need to transition between the stone and the cobblestone for this. So we really got to go ahead and bring in a little bit more of that good old andesite, because that's a good transition point, at least right now. I don't know what it'll be like with Joppa's new textures or anything like that, but the way that we have it kind of set up in this world, that works as a great transition point between the 2 different styles. And plus, this gives us a little bit of variety from what our roadway is looking like itself. That's looking pretty sweet. I really do like that one. I'm thinking about these, maybe that point right there, we change that to stone brick across the board. Maybe we go ahead and do that. It's a little dark here though. This is going to be a very dark city for a long, long time. Maybe we go ahead and just throw some lights in right there. And we continue working through the dark. Let's go ahead and light this area up to keep it a little bit safer. Along this side, while we're finishing this stuff up, I really don't know how long this episode's going to be. I wanted to, this is just me experimenting with a new style of episode here, guys. So if you do like this one, please do let me know. I know it's been very rambly and different, but I want to show you guys more about the process of everything I go through. I feel like we've been doing so many jump cutty things now that I want to kind of reestablish that, like, this is how we go about doing things. And for all the new guys here, I want to be like, this is how we go about doing things. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this one. We're going to go ahead and finish this one up right here real fast, just with a little bit of stuff like that. And then I'm thinking, do we have enough to make 4? We do. What if we went ahead on top of these guys? We did like a little bit of action, kind of like, can we go ahead and get this on the top here? Maybe. Let's see, can we do that? And then we can go ahead and just do this going all the way across. I think this will kind of help us iron out that transition point a little bit better. Oh, hi, where did you come from? You came from up there. Ooh, that is not very safe. This area is not safe at all, guys. Okay, that's something we got to keep in mind for the future. That's looking much better. I'll tell you what, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and find a comment or question of the day, because I think we're up at that point of about the 20 minutes right now. I'm honestly not too sure. But I'll go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and fix this guy up a little bit more, and I'll be back with you guys in a few. All right, guys, welcome on back. So it's time to finish this episode off. I went ahead and brought in some polished andesite up to this guy just to make it a little bit more fortified along the base. We'll figure out what we're doing up for the top. I might actually finish this before the next episode just to get a little bit of progress done on the city so we can kind of start working our way down that way. But anyways, I also brought in some andesite, and it's time for the comment or question of the day before this video gets too long. Today says, it's from I Am Watching You. I think I forgot to put his name in here. I did. Sorry about that. He says, hi Whip, superb dock you got there. I'm just wondering, what mode of aerial transportation would you decide to make? Would you go for airships, blimps, hot air balloons would be nice too. It's good to make some elytra flying course within a bunch of airships, right? So I've actually never really thought about adding aerial transportation per se into this world. I know airships can look really cool, but I actually really don't like how it distorts the scale of the buildings you have going on in the rest of the world, because you have to make them pretty large and clunky to make the balloons actually look like they're legit and everything. And there goes our last piece of food. But yeah, so I've never really thought about them, because basically if we took that guy straight up into the sky, the balloon would basically be as long as that whole thing and probably the size of the body itself or the whole of the ship itself. So you think about that, that would look very large and obtrusive in the air. So I've never really thought about adding those into the city here per se, or into the world itself. I actually think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of you and get rid of you. Just add a little bit of variation to that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that one. Do you guys want to see us adding that type of stuff into this world here? That could be something we could mess with and see if we could find a different way to do it. I think hot air balloons would probably be the only way I'd go for it, and maybe do it in like a certain type of way where they may be powered by magic or powered by like some super cool techie civilization. I don't know. I feel like we could make some cool lore behind that. Probably not in the city here. per se right now, but it could be something for down the road. You guys will have to let me know on that. I've always thought if the world gets super massive, we get to like episode 800, 900, etc., as ways to transport around, we could use like boats with command blocks to teleport us from one area to another, just so we could have some cool ways of jumping around easily without using the nether. But I guess we could put nether hub stuff inside those boats as well. Anyways, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that one. I will see you guys in the next episode, so please hit that like button if you did enjoy, subscribe if you are new, and I will catch you on the flip side.